have a fun class today. Well, I think it's fun. If you have your blocks, just put them beside your mats because we will need them. There's lots of like working into the hips, lots of rocking, which is perfect for us that are running or playing tennis, which all of us on here are doing that. It's going to be a lot into the hips, a lot of repetition, and a lot of strengthening today. But I think you guys are really going to like it. Okay. Good. So we are going to actually start in downward facing dog. So let's start right into practice so that we have time to get through the whole thing. We're only here for half an hour. So quick little class. So come into your downward facing dog, spread your fingers, spread your toes, ground down, and just take a couple deep breaths here. Good. Feel the mat underneath your hands and your feet. Feel the back of the legs starting to activate and turn on, and then also feel the strength of the arms as you root down through those hands. Beautiful. Let's bring our gaze forward. Step your right foot in between your hands. Drop your back knee down onto the mat. Let's place both hands on top of your right knee. Back toes are tucked under. Good. And then we're going to take 5 pulses here. So we're going to come forward and then back just slightly. So just taking a few little rocks here. Doesn't need to be a huge movement, but we're just starting to warm up the hips. One more. Good. And then let's release hands. They're going to come onto the mat or onto blocks beside you. Good. And then again, that's that same rocking motion. So as you rock back, you're going to straighten this like just as much as the body allows. And then rock back forward. So that's 1. We have 4 more. So find the place that works for you. And back forward. Good. 3 more. Now I want you to couple this movement with your breath. Okay. So just make sure that the breath is flowing. This is the last one here. Good. Bend back into this front knee. Now inhale. Reach your arms up above your head. Hands come down to the mat. And we rock back into this front leg. Good. 4 more. Come back into this front knee. Inhale, rise up with the chest. Hands come down and rock back. Good. 3 more. Follow the breath. Follow the movement in the body. Good. And last 2. We're already starting to create a ton of movement in the body. Wake things up. Beautiful. Hands come down. Inhale, lift your back knee. Rise up with your arms. Good. Lengthen out of the body. Hands come down. And you're going to rock as much as you can here. So rock back, straightening that front leg. You're going to try and drop your back heel, right toes up towards the sky. That's it, Steve. Come back into this front knee and rise up. So if you need to take smaller movements, that's okay. Even if you place your hand onto your knee and you work here. Okay, so you just see what movement works for you. Inhale, rise up. Hands come down or onto your knee. Take a small rock back and come back forward. Okay, let's just do 2 more. I've lost count. And down. And last one. Good. Hands come down. Step back, downward facing dog. Beautiful. So that right side is definitely warm and activated. Let's switch sides. Inhale, step your left foot forward. Drop your back knee down to the mat. Bring both hands on top of your left knee where we'll take 5 pulses. So that back toe's tucked under and just start to get some movement here. Good. 2 more. Good. Let's release both hands down onto the mat. And then same idea here. Let's rock back as much as the body allows. It's okay if that front knee stays bent. And then come back forward, bending into this front knee. Beautiful. Good. 4 more. Last 2. And last one. Good. Return with this front knee bent, foot flat onto the mat. Inhale, bring your arms up. Extend out of the body, hands come down and rock back. We have 4 more just like that. So again, adjust for your body. Three more. What's important here in these classes is that not necessarily the depth of the practice, but the fluidity of the breath. Okay, last round. Beautiful. Bend back into this front knee. Lift your back knee and rise up with your arms. Lengthen here. Good. And then either hands onto your knee or down onto the mat. We rock back. Find some bit of movement here. Come back into this bent knee and rise back up. Good. So that was one. We have 4 more at your own pace, your own breath. Good. And last 2. Last one. Okay, we reach the hands for the last time. Hands come down to the mat. Step back, downward facing dog. So already tons of movement here. Let's bring our gaze forward. Jump or step your feet forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. And Samastitihi. Good. 3 sun salutations here. Inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, gaze up. Plant your hands. Jump or step back into high plank. Lower Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's bring our gaze to the top of the mat. Jump or step your feet forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. And fold forward. Flow through another vinyasa. Inhale, gaze up. Plant your hands. Jump or step back into high plank. Lower Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Gaze forward. Jump or step your feet forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Find the peak of your inhale. We'll move into our last sun salutation. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, gaze up. Plant your hands, jump or step back into high plank. Lower Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hold here, 3 breaths. Good. Bring your gaze forward. You're going to step your feet to the outside edges of your hands and drop down into a low squat. Good. You're going to reach and extend your arms out in front of you. Now I'm going to show you guys this first one while you hang out here. This is going to be the movement. We're going to inhale, stand up. We open our arms. You try to touch your opposite knee or toe. Okay. And then you drop back down into your low squat. Beautiful. And then we switch sides. We inhale, we rise, touch, and come back down. So just join me when you guys are ready. And then we're going to keep moving. Good. So even if you need to keep that front knee bent, that works too. We're working on our balance, strength of the legs, and we are going to get our heart going. Good. Keep going. That's it. Like this. That also works. Beautiful. One more each side. So tons of control here, tons of strength. Last one. Drop down into your low squat. Hands come down to the mat, jump or step back into downward facing dog. Good, find your breath. Inhale, reach your right toes high into the sky. Come high up onto your left toes, find the length, and then step your right foot in between your hands. From here, inhale, straighten this front leg, lift your back leg into flying posture. Keep reaching your fingertips down towards the mat. Bend your front knee, hands come down, step back, three-legged downward facing dog. Right toes up, okay? So 4 more of those. Step your right foot in between your hands. Inhale, rise, flying posture. Find your balance. Beautiful. Come back down, three-legged downward facing dog. Good. And step your right foot in between your hands. Inhale, rise, flying posture. Come back down, three-legged downward facing dog. We have 2 more. Good. Come at your own pace, your own breath. And last time through, hands come down, three-legged downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward. Come into flying posture. Now listen carefully. Swing your left knee all the way through. Come up to standing. Good. Cross your left ankle onto your right knee and sit back. You don't have to come super deep here. Good. Take an inhale. Now with your exhale, take your left foot, unwind. You're going to cross it back behind you, curtsy squat. Sit back down. And then rise back up. Left ankle onto right knee and squat. Good. Now let's see if we can get a flow with it. And again, curtsy squat. Very good. Rise back up. Cross and sit. Last time through. Curtsy squat. Come rise back up. Now just bring your left knee up. And we're going to step back into warrior 2. So step your left foot back. Open your arms up. That's it. 2 deep breaths here to slow it down. Good. Now take your left hand, slide it down your left leg, right arm up and over. Extend into those right fingertips. Good. Come back up into warrior 2. Now bring your hands in front of your chest into prayer, and we're going to shift all the weight into this left knee. Turn your left toes out, squat, right toes up. Good. Let's switch sides, coming up and over to the right. One more time to the left. Beautiful. Now return into warrior 2. Come and sink back in. That's it. And again, slide your left hand down your left leg, right arm up and over. Good. Inhale back up into warrior 2. Guide your hands in front of your chest. Shift all the weight into this left leg as you sink in, right toes up towards the sky. We have 2 more. Come up and over to the right. Back over to the left. And back into warrior 2. And this is our last time through. You guys got it. Slide your left hand down your left leg, right arm up and over. Inhale, warrior 2. Guide your hands in front of your chest. Sink all your weight into the left knee. Come swing over. That's it. Back over to the right. Back over to the left. Open up into warrior 2. Take a big inhale. And with your exhale, windmill your arms back down onto the mat. Step back into high plank. Let's lower Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. So now we have that whole sequence on the left side. Inhale, lift your left leg high up into the sky. Come high onto your right toes. Good. Now bring your gaze forward. Step your left foot in between your hands. We're rising into flying posture. So push into this left leg. Lift your back leg. Good. And then we return back down into three-legged downward facing dog. Hands come down, left toes high. Good. And again, step your left foot forward. Can you create fluidity in your movement, flying posture, and three-legged downward facing dog? Good. Two more. Inhale, left foot forward. We rise. Good. Three-legged downward facing dog. This is our last time through. To rise. Now from flying posture, bring your right knee all the way through, hands in front of your chest into prayer. Cross your right ankle over top of your left knee and we squat. Good. And then curtsy squat. So unwind, step your right foot back behind you, cross it back, squat. Rise back up. Cross your ankle and squat. Good. And again, so we're only here for 4 times. This is number 2. Rise back up. Do 2 more. How is your breath? Last time through. That's it. Curtsy squat. Rise back up. Bring your right knee all the way through and step it back into warrior 2. Open your arms up. Sink into this front knee. 2 breaths to slow it down. Good. Now take this right hand, slide it down your right leg, left arm reaches up and over. That's it. Inhale back into warrior 2. Bring your hands in front of your chest. Now this time we're going to shift all the way over to the right, left toes up towards the sky. Come back over to the left. Squat as low as you can. Good. One more time over to the right. Beautiful. And then come back into warrior 2. Adjusting your feet. That's it. We have 2 more rounds. Right hand slides down your right leg, left arm up and over. Reach and extend. Good. Inhale, warrior 2. Hands come in front of your chest into prayer. Let's sink over into the right knee, left toes up towards the sky. Good. Back over to the left. Over to the right. Open up into warrior 2. Very good. Last time through. Right hand down, left arm up and over. Inhale back up. Hands in front of your chest. Shift all the weight into this right knee, left toes up. Go over to the right. Back over to the right. Did I screw up there? Good. And then open back up into warrior 2. Beautiful. Windmill your arms back down onto the mat. Step back into high plank. And let's lower. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Find your breath. Good. And we have one more short little set here before we move into some ab work. Inhale, step your right foot in between your hands. Good. Keep your hands close to the mat. Inhale, straighten this front leg. Keep reaching your fingertips down. Lift, left leg lifts up. And we have 3 squats here. So let's bend into this right knee for 3, 2. So fingertips may lift a little bit. And 1. Good. Stand all the way up. Bring your left knee through with you. Beautiful. Now you're going to kick that left foot out. Open your arms up. Right arm forward, left arm back. Come back through center. Come all the way back forward. Hands come down. And step back. Downward facing dog. Good. And we'll switch sides. Inhale, step your left foot forward. We're going to straighten this front leg. Lift your right leg. Fingertips keep reaching down towards the mat. We have 3 squats here. Come down to this leg for 3, 2, and 1. Good. Stand all the way up. Bring your right knee through. Good. You're going to extend that right foot, left arm forward, right arm back. back through center. Good. Step all the way back into low lunge and downward facing dog. Beautiful. Inhale forward into high plank. Exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So I promise, last time through. Gaze forward. Step your right foot in between your hands. Inhale, lift, flying posture. So lift that back leg. 3 squats here. Come on down to this right leg for 3, 2, that's it, and 1. We stand all the way up, left knee comes through, hands in front of your chest. Inhale, straighten your front leg, right arm reaches, left arm back. Come back through center. Come back down into your low squat, so your low lunge, and downward facing dog. And then we just have 1 left on the left side. Inhale, step your left foot in between your hands. Flying posture, straighten this front leg. Good. 3 squats. Come on down for 3, 2, and 1. We rise up, right knee comes through, hands in front of your chest. Open it up, left arm forward, right arm back. Kick that right leg straight. Come back through center. Step back into your low lunge. And step back into high plank. Last half vinyasa. Let's lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Let's bring our gaze forward, jump all the way through onto your seat, and come to lay flat onto your back. Good. Very good work. Good. Let's keep our knees up towards the sky, feet flat onto the mat. Good. We're going to take our hands back behind our head, and you're going to lift your right foot off the mat. Good. We're going to inhale our chest up, and we're going to try to connect left elbow to right knee. Good. And then as we lay back, we keep hovering the chest, and we extend that right leg out in front of you. Good. And again, twist. Knee comes in to tap your left elbow, and then we extend out. So this is the movement. It's quite simple. Good. And again. So that's 3. We're going to 10. So keep moving with your breath. Good. You're halfway. Keep going. This is 8, 9, last one, and 10. Good. Let's relax the head down. Place your right foot back down onto the mat. Take a breath. Full exhale. Good. And then let's switch sides. Left heel comes up off the mat. Inhale your chest up. Right elbow to left knee. We crunch. And then we open and extend that left leg. Bring your heel close to the mat. And then crunch again. So that's 2. You have 8 more. Can you keep the breath rhythmic even in this? We're quite supported here. We're taking our time, really focused on the movement. 5 more. Last 3. Last 2. And last 1. Good. Let's release the head down. Bring your knees into your chest. Wrap your arms around them. Hug them in nice and tight. Huge breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. 1 more. Good. I'm going to stretch out those abs. We have 1 back bend. Place the feet onto the mat. Arms come beside, hands come beside your ears. Inhale. Let's rise up. 1 back bend. Come on up. Good. And we're here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Tuck your chin. Come to lay flat onto your back. Draw your knees into your chest. Wrap your arms around. Good. Open your arms up nice and wide. We're going to swing our knees from side to side. So drop both knees over to the right. As soon as they get close to the mat, you're going to come up and over to the left and just keep moving from side to side. This is really healing for the lower back. So we're just trying to get things to loosen up and relax. Sometimes we don't get that with our more static postures. Good. The next time you're over to the right, you're going to drop and hold there. Gaze towards your left fingertips, getting a full twist here of the spine. Good. And then up and over to the left. Gaze towards the right fingertips, hold. Good. Let's come back up through center. Bring your knees into your chest one last time. You're going to rock yourself back up onto your seat. One final stretch here. Let's just extend our legs straight out in front of us. I tricked you. You thought you were done. Good. Let's just loosen up the back of the legs here and curling the spine now the opposite direction. So drop your gaze back towards your pelvic floor, belly button region. Take 3 more deep breaths here. Beautiful. Now you can sit up. Find your comfortable seat. Good. Hands in front of your chest. Let's bow inward, taking one last breath here together. Thank you very much for your practice. Namaste.